What's happening? Showtime. On time, even. Oh, come on, finish drinking. Every drop of coffee is precious. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Friday, July 31st. Last day of July. It's almost August 2020. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. All right. So I've come to a decision. The pour over and the burr grinder do make a difference. There's a softness to the coffee, and with the salt, I mean we're killing it. It's great. I don't know why I snarled as I said that. I had like a snarly face. Now the next step is playing with the water temperature, which I kicked it up one more step. It's only like 4 or 5 degrees on the electric kettle. But we'll see. We'll keep playing with that and see if we can't make the best cup of coffee. My eyes look puffy. I look sleepy. Went to bed at 10. Wasn't that late. Slept well. It's cold out. It's in the 50s outside right now. And I don't know what the temperature's supposed to be today, but it was good sleeping weather. I'll put it that way. I like sleeping when it's cold. Wrap up in the blankets. It's a lot easier to fall asleep. And what was yesterday? Yesterday was Thursday. So what did we do? We had a new episode of Martial Arts Radio. And I did some client work. And did I have an interview? Client call. And today was supposed to be like a half day, work on some video stuff. Oh yeah, I'll tell you about the video stuff in a second. But as often happens with Friday, stuff just kept piling up. So I'm gonna be working some today. Now the video work I'm talking about, I did get a draft. I found an error in it after I uploaded, but a draft of the explanation video for, we'll call it the commercial, for the fight conditioning program. We haven't done a video for any of the other programs. And all of this is in hopes that, honestly, we can get some Facebook ads going and get those people to watch these videos and buy the program. But I've got to edit this thing down because it's 10 minutes. And people's attention spans are way shorter than that. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I have to write out a script. I think that's one thing that I did, I don't want to say wrong, but one thing I could have done better in making this. I could have started from a script. So now that I've got my thoughts out there, I'll put together a script, and I think I'm going to try making one of those whiteboard videos. And by making, I mean hiring somebody on Fiverr to do it. Because it's like $20, $30. It's not that much. And we'll see what people come up with. Could be cool. Could help. So, yeah, we'll go from there. What else? What else happened yesterday? Worked out a little bit. Cooked food. I'm kind of on this diet. Not really a diet, but trying to eat better. And following these plans around macros, and I'm spending a lot more time cooking than I was, which is probably a good thing for me. I like cooking. But instead of rushing and just eating whatever's right there, I'm spending time putting together meals. And it takes time, but I feel better. I'm definitely making better choices. Oh, that's good. What else happened? What's going on this weekend? Spending time with the family. I think it's raining Sunday. Saturday's supposed to be good weather, so try to get outside, garden, maybe get on the motorcycle. Yeah. Just trying to enjoy, right? August is kind of the last third of summer, maybe even the last half, depending on where we're talking about. Early September can often be warm. July and August are the warm months. I don't know why I'm telling you that. You know that. You live somewhere. Maybe you live in the southern hemisphere, and if you do, it might be different. But July and August is when it's warmest. And not ready for summer to end. Not ready at all. Oh, if you follow me on Facebook personally, you might have seen this. There's a chipmunk that had been kind of terrorizing my gardens, and I caught him. Caught him in a trap, and drove a few miles away, released him, and everybody's saying he's going to come back. I don't think he's coming back. Not this far. He's not going to make it back. So, fingers crossed that he survives. He was a young one. It was probably a first or second year. Oh, thank you, Frank. I don't even know if I can read that out of humility, but I will out of respect to you. Later in the show, we will have Jeremy sign a contract saying that he is never allowed to change because he's wonderful just the way he is. Thank you. I'm incredibly humbled. I feel the same way about you, my friend. And I don't know if Frank's going for a theme here with that comment, but today is International, I want to get the title right, International Day of Friendship. There we go. And the jokes today for Funday Friday are friendship themed. So let's read those. What do you call a friendship between punctuation? Camaraderie. What is the best vitamin for friendship? B1. I loved my pet rock. Our friendship was solid. I saw 2 construction workers laughing together today. I know what they were building. Friendship. What do you call a boat full of buddies? A friendship. Good stuff. I like when Frank does themes on the jokes. It's really good coffee this morning. And the quotes. Count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by smiles, not tears. John Lennon. Martial arts friendships are strange. We beat on each other. And the better the friendship, sometimes the harder you hit people. Because you trust them. And working with people requires trust. You have to trust they're going to apply appropriate force but not hurt you. That they want to get better and help you get better. There are plenty of people in martial arts that maybe I'm not the best of friends with them, but we've built so much respect for each other that they make great partners. And I think that's key. And it's really interesting how that happens. That I've seen friends outside of training step into training together and just not be able to hang together because one of them approaches it so differently than the other. And this leads to martial arts friends and non-martial arts friends. Why are you yawning so much? I think it's easier to forgive a friend when they slip and they, pop you in the eye or whatever, because you have history with them. You have a base, something to reflect back on and say, this person's not a jerk. They just messed up. A true friend is someone who thinks that you are a good egg, even though he knows that you are slightly cracked. Bernard Meltzer. One of the things that I think is important in adult martial arts programs is facilitating or even organizing social events. It's one of the things that I've seen a lot of CrossFit gyms do very, very well, and it dramatically increases retention. It's something we don't talk about too often on the show or when we're talking about advice. And right now, it's not something in, excuse me, most places, that is going to be easy to do. Yawning, excuse me. But the more you tie people's social circles to the people they train with, you get more dedicated training and you get fewer people leaving because they don't want to leave their friends. And it can be as simple as having a barbecue or a night out at a bar or whatever. Right? And it doesn't have to be organized necessarily by the owner or the instructor. It could just be somebody saying, hey, let's get a bunch of people together. The people you train with are generally good people. So don't be afraid to spend some time with them. It can be hard to build friendships as an adult. But martial arts is a great place to meet great people. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. John Lennon. This resonates for me, for sure. I don't feel like I have a lot of friends. I never have. I do have a lot of people who I know respect me. I feel like we talked about this a couple days ago. There are people that respect me, that know I'm honest, that I have integrity. People that if I ask them for help will probably help me. People that know if they ask me for help, I will help them. Some of you out there have asked me for help, and I've provided it, if possible. Basically, unless somebody's asking for money, as long as you're not asking me for money, I'll probably be able to help you out, because there's no money. Working hard to keep the lights on. We're getting there. There's big stuff coming. I'm super pumped. We're on the verge. But this idea of the quote that you'll find the right friends by being the right person, by being honest. Not everyone wants the truth. Some people want you to lie. They want you to indulge the fantasy that is their own reality. Because, we all apply some subjectivity to our reality. I've said it before on here. We're all the hero in our own story. And if your truth breaks that, if your truth forces them out of being the hero in their reality, they're probably not going to want to hang out with you. And that's not a good or a bad thing. It's just is what it is. And I suspect that this is why I don't have a lot of friends, why I grew up with a few friends, because my truth didn't work for everyone. It's okay. Maybe who I am. I am a resilient person. I am, for the most part, fine being on my own. I've got a skill set that most people will never develop. I'm good with that. I mean, let's be honest. I'm sitting here in a bathrobe drinking coffee, talking to you. How many people put together a life where that's a thing? This is the most ridiculous show on the internet. And I am quite happy that we have it. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Albert Camus. I should remember more about Camus. He was a philosopher. I was a philosophy major. But that's a long time ago. And I don't remember his stuff. And I don't remember liking his stuff. So, is it raining? I can't tell. It looks like it might be raining, which is strange because I see the sun. It's hard to tell through kind of dirty windows, isn't it? Friendship shouldn't have hierarchy. Every social group does. But your best friends, healthy friendships, there isn't one person who always leads. Maybe in certain respects. Maybe if you have a group of friends, really good friends, one person's always the leader if you go on a motorcycle ride. Maybe one person always picks the movie. Maybe one person picks the restaurant. As long as it's mixed up, as long as it's varied, as long as there's balance, it's okay. It took me a long time to realize that. I had a lot of friendships where I was always playing second fiddle. And it's hard to grow. It's hard to grow when you're in somebody's shadow. And in the cases where I had those friendships and I tried, honestly, in hindsight, I was younger, so I didn't have the vocabulary to articulate this. But when I asked for more, I was shut out. One of the saddest chapters in my life is that my best friend of 98 to 2006, 7, 8? It was 9-10 years. My best friend for, let's call it 10 years. We share a tattoo together. We don't speak anymore. I still miss him. He taught me a lot. And it's a great example of somebody being second fiddle. I was always in his shadow. And once I grew enough to want more, to say, I need more here, I couldn't handle it. And maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll come back around. I've reached out a couple times. Not doing it anymore. Oh well. I have all of you. I have plenty of other wonderful friends. I have good people around me. Pretty fortunate in that respect. I may not socialize with everyone. I may not have the quality, I spend every weekend with this person or these couple people. I'm busy. My life doesn't really provide for that. But I have a lot of good times with a lot of people. Honestly, a lot of them are tied to martial arts, and I'm not seeing very many of them right now because tournaments aren't going on. But soon, hopefully, I'll see those people again. And thank heaven for social media, because we do get to maintain some connection through there. Maybe it's not the same, but it's not the same. I miss hugs. I really miss hugs. I read once that the average person has 2.5 really good friends. I've got more than that. I'm thinking of 3 people right now that if I ask them for something, they'd pretty much drop anything. No, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. There's 6 people that Stacy's inviting me to the next virtual tournament. Hey, let me know when it is, and I may. Not the same, but you know that. But that doesn't mean it's a no. I made myself a little sad. You can probably tell. It's okay. I try to be really open with everybody on this show. I figure if you're gonna wake up early and you're gonna watch me drink coffee in a bathrobe, the least I can do is pull as many barriers away as I can. It's a little therapeutic for me too. Won't lie. I hope you have some good friends. I hope you have people in your life who tell it like it is, and if they upset you, they'll give you a big hug after. People who are there for you when you didn't even ask them to be. People who genuinely care, who love you at the most honest of levels, because we all deserve that. And I think it's a pretty important part of being alive. It's hard to grow. It's hard to find your own space in the world if you don't have that. And I'm lucky I have that. So, all right, I think it's time. Time to finish coffee. Time to get the day started. Time to send the week out in style. All right, Stacy's inviting me. It's next Friday. Stacy, can you drop me a Facebook message, please? And I'll plug that in my calendar. Thank you to all of you. In some ways, whether we've met or simply talked or messaged or nothing at all, we're friends. There are lots of different ways to define friendship. And anyone who is supportive enough and values what I have to say enough that you're going to watch this show, you're my friend. Even if I have no idea what your name is, I appreciate you. I thank you for your time, for your support, for the fact that you could watch something else right now and you're not. So I hope you have a fantastic day, an excellent weekend. I hope you do something that's fun and exciting. And if not, I just hope this weekend doesn't suck for you. If that's the as high as we can put the bar, then let's get you there. Okay. If you have questions, comments, feedback, things that you want me to talk about for Monday, drop them below, and I'll do that. It's more fun for me, and I assume for all of you, when there's plenty of variety. But thank you again to Frank for making sure there's always something for me to talk about. I think he's coming to the end of his vacation, so super shout out to Frank for making sure that there were things for me to talk about through his vacation. But good man. Frank's definitely my friend. Dude's done a lot. What else? If you want to support the work that we do, go to the Patreon, patreon.com/whistlekick. And for as little as $2 a month, you can get more blog posts and exclusive episodes and new programs. And when we start putting out book drafts again, it depends on the tier, but we throw some stuff out there for you. Or go to whistlekick.com, make a purchase. I just saw the other day, like, all the apparel is pretty much on hold. Stuff's going to take forever for them to make. It's just friggin' COVID. But programs are still available. There's plenty of those. And First Cup 15 gets you 15% off. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you back here Monday. Peace.